All right, ladies and gentlemen, back again. Eddie Rants. I don't know what number we're on, maybe number six, seven. I've done a couple of these, but it's been quite a while. Back again. The reason I haven't really been doing this is because started a pod with my buddy Alec Kelsey, dude that I've known since 2019. We started at this accounting firm together, and he's a funny dude. So we just chop it up on that podcast, talking about accounting news, sports stuff, anal, just whatever comes up and whatever the topic of discussion is. Reason I'm doing this rant though is because got to give a shout out to the folks on TikTok, 100,000 followers. Appreciate everyone who's followed along, likes the vids, because I certainly love making them. I don't know how many of those are bots. I'm sure it's a lot of Chinese government bots that uh, follow me, but I'll take it. It does seem a little illegitimate though, just seeing as, YouTube, I think we've got maybe 80 subscribers right now, Instagram 500 followers maybe, and then TikTok just 100,000. I don't know, something seems off there, but it's all good. I'll take it. And once again, I appreciate everyone who has tuned in, watched a vid, shared a vid. Much appreciated on my end. Growing up, I really idolized Addison Ray, uh, Dixie, Charlie. They're who I aspire to be. So it means a lot to, follow in their footsteps and get closer to where they're at in life. So the creativity for them is insane. And yeah, I'm hoping I can get there one day. But other stuff that I had here, I promoted the podcast. Big Four Boys is the pod that I'm doing with my buddy Alec Kelsey, and I realize everyone and their cousin has a podcast, but this one we're having a good time, and it's just chuckles, it's just laughs. We're not these mid-20s kids trying to give you life advice, because you see that so many times where people start a pod, trying to tell you about their daily life and what you should or shouldn't do. We're just here for a laugh. I've got stories about blacking out. I've got stories about embarrassing encounters with women. So for people who are fans of my stuff on TikTok, for people who like the comedy stuff, I think that this pod will be a good chance for you guys just to get to know me more personally if you want to. I mean, you don't have to check it out. If you just want the yucks, if you just want the laughs, then tune into that. But with this pod, we're getting more personal with stuff, and we're chatting about HIV and everything there is. So let me just see my notes here. I don't know what else I had. Talked about the Chinese bots. Talked about the follower count, 100,000. It's a big deal. Um, my parents will probably disown me if they ever find the TikTok. Uh, Comedy shows. So for those who don't know, I live in Portland, Oregon, Antifaville, and my buddy and I, we went to a couple comedy shows this week. We saw Stavros Haikomo, however you say his last name, Stavi Baby on Instagram, Greek God. Dude has a podcast with Sam Morrill called Pod Don't Lie. Again with the podcast, I keep mentioning him, but this dude was fucking hilarious. Just this fat Greek who had jokes about threesomes. It got pretty disgusting, but hilarious guy. And shout out to Helium Comedy Club in Portland. I mean, they put on a great show. It was a sold out room. Wednesday night is when we went. They packed the house. So the Delta variant was flying high in there, but worth it. It was a fun time. And then yesterday, so Saturday, same buddy of mine, because we're both the comedy fans, we went to Helium again, saw Sam Morrill perform. And Sam he's helped me get through the quarantine. He's one of the funniest guys ever. He had two great specials in 2020. I Got This, which is on YouTube. And then he did a rooftop special because during the peak of COVID, obviously the comedy clubs were closed. And so he was performing stand up on these rooftops. And I think the official name of the The special is called Up on the Roof, and that's over 1 million views on YouTube. He's just an excellent comedian, which I don't think he's gotten his due yet from, the industry, but I don't know. There's a lot of bullshit specials on Netflix where I don't know, they use weird guidelines. I don't know how they pick which comedians get to go on Netflix, but there's some incredible ones who don't get the look from the industry, and he's one of them. But two great specials up on YouTube, and then I thought he killed it yesterday just with his performance. He's been doing it for like 15 years, so his stage presence was amazing. Um, and I mentioned Stavros having the threesome jokes, the sex stuff. Sam got even dirtier. He talked about pedophiles. He talked about 9/11. He talked about murder. What else did he mention? Um, yeah, abortion, 9/11, just all the fun stuff for the family. And so I love the dirty shit. So I was a big fan. Um, and that was just a ton of fun. I think for people listening, if you're a fan of comedy, go see a live show. Some of these guys are incredible. Um, and it's kind of inspiring for me just making some of these videos because it's like, damn, these dudes are just they're so good with the jokes. I just need to keep working, and inspires me to write. But that's kind of all I had as far as just a quick rant here. It's a nice Sunday afternoon here in Portland. I'm going to go walk outside for a bit, get some exercise probably. Um, we're trying to live life. I know that we got this variant, we got Afghanistan shit, we got whatever's in the news. But we're trying to be positive here, trying to exercise, make some jokes, get outside, and live life. But yeah, that's it. That's all I had for this rant, kind of all over the place. Once again, check out that pod that I'm doing, Big Four Boys with Alec Kelsey. I'll put a link to that in my description. And then appreciate everyone for watching the videos on TikTok because that means a lot too. Over 100,000 now, and we're going to keep shooting. We'll get to 1 million one day, but one thing at a time. So appreciate y'all, and hope everyone has a good rest of the weekend, and let's have a strong week, as some shithead motivator would say. But cool. All right. Thanks. Bye.